The fact that multiple of you have went out and found my address and my location to cause harm to my children for saying the unruly behavior of the black girls that I witnessed at the Six Flag theme park is beyond me. The amount of black women in my inbox calling my kids ugly, making fun of my son, doing all of these things just kind of proves my point, because at the end of the day, it's like, so you saying my son is ugly, you calling my daughters ugly, you calling them B words, you're calling them nappy headed, you're calling them all these things because I gave you examples. I gave you facts of the behaviors that the children at the park were exerting. I didn't make up the behaviors. This is actually what happens. So you guys are saying that I am putting down black women, that I am misjudging them, that I am doing this, and the fifth, when all I did was tell you the behaviors that we saw. The police had to pat my children down. The police had to look in my purse because they snuck weapons in. They were fighting each other. And so, yes, I was very upset. I was very upset because we drove 2 hours out. You guys say, oh, I'm sorry you live in the hood. No, we drove 2 hours out because my kids wanted to go to Fright Fest. So it was a big culture shock. But for you guys to inbox me and to inbox other people my address and things like that all over a video that had nothing to do with your own children or nothing to do with you in general, because I'm saying as a whole we all need to do better, is ridiculous. And another thing, it is a typical black woman to say that my son will be gay. Every time a man doesn't agree with a woman, oh, he's gay. He's gay. Oh, her son's gonna be with a man. He's gay. He's gay. So all the he's gay comments because he's 11 will definitely be, you know, you'll be blocked for sure. And on top of that, it's kind of like, I tell you guys that a 12-year-old girl was talking about penis size. That's fine, kids will be kids. But then you sit here and call my son gay. How does that make sense? A grown woman condemning me for saying these things about another child, and then you come on my page and call my child gay.
I want it that way. Tell me I'm Slim Shady, yes I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So if you wanna go and take a ride with me, we three women in the four with the dozy.
Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here.
I did it.
So according to black women on TikTok, I am now sleeping with my 11-year-old son. So first he was ugly, then he was gay, and now he's sleeping with his mom. They were like, why does she care what he does? Da-da-da-da. Because he's my child. I care what my daughters do too. I care what all of my children do. It's not just my son. I want all of my kids to have good futures. I'm sorry, I do. And so it's like, for you guys to equate that to us sleeping together just shows the mindset of a black woman, how immature. It's like they all stopped fucking getting mentally, I guess, mental matureness in like 7th and 8th grade. It's like a Mean Girls clique of dumbasses is basically what the fuck it is. And so basically now you guys say I'm sleeping with my son, and then, oh, my favorite, she's not even black. I will never fucking tell you guys what I am, because it doesn't fucking matter. Literally, what I am does not fucking matter, because at the end of the day, whether I'm a black person saying, oh, their behavior was this, and this, or whether I'm not a black person saying their behavior was this, and this, it doesn't fucking matter. The bad behavior still stands. And you guys like, oh, get them help instead of talking to them. You see what the white lady that got her, she almost got beat up trying to help the situation. What, okay, and realistically, what am I supposed to do? Since everyone was like, oh, don't call them this, don't call them that. I already apologized apologize for calling them everything that I've called them. I've apologized for that. But it still does not excuse the behavior. You know what I mean? And they're like, oh, address the parents. There was no parents. They were by themselves. You know what I mean? And one girl commented on my stuff talking about she did address some parents and she almost got beat up at some freaking Six Flags. I'm like, what? Like, the parents tried to fight her. Other teachers in the comments said, yeah, I try to tell parents about their kids' behavior. They tell the superintendent, they say I'm bullying, I'm being racist. It's like the parents don't care. The parents don't want to hear it. Nothing is going to change. So obviously, when I get online and I was ranting like that, I was kind of hoping that, you know, some youth would see it. Because at the end of the day, again, I do believe in shame. Shame is the biggest way for change behavior. And if someone's not saying it, how are they supposed to know? You can't talk nicely to these kids. We all know that. You cannot talk nicely to them because they don't understand it, because they don't care. Hi, Pick-Me Babes. I am back this week with our lesson on how not to be a pick-me. Let's go. Number 1. What do you mean you stayed with your husband after he cheated on you? Are you thick in the head? Obviously, you leave and go rack up bodies. Common sense. I know that's a hard one for us. I know that is a hard one. But if your boyfriend cheats, you should stay. But if your husband cheats, you should clearly leave. It's common sense, right? Once you hear me say it out loud, it actually makes a lot of sense. You're welcome. Oh, side note. If your husband gets someone pregnant, the side girl is actually celebrated for keeping the baby. Try to be a side wife or something. It actually gets you a lot of points. You say, come on, ride that train. Choo choo, ride it. Toot toot. Yeah, you can. Great. So, lesson number 2. If that vagina's not ready for Pound Town every single weekend. Wait, I don't know if it's on the weekend because the other girl said 4 dudes in a week. This girl said 3 dudes in a weekend. I don't know the statistics on that part. Anyways, so, like I said, lesson number 2. Get that vagina ready for Pound Town. Choo-choo! Yeah. So, according to the women on TikTok, it is okay to have sex with 3 to 4 different men in a week. Want to know why? Because we're not catching feelings. We out here doing these men like they do us. It is a flex to not catch feelings. You know what? We should be celebrated for not catching feelings. You know, we should go viral for not catching feelings. We can do it, ladies. So look at here. Get those vaginas ready because those chains are going. Soon it's going to be like throwing a hot dog in a hallway, just like everyone else, girls. We're almost there. Let's do it. Number 3, my favorite actually. If that man ain't paying, bitch, I ain't staying, okay? Even if you're in a relationship, you still go with the man that's paying you the most money. So when you're with another man, it's clear as day. I mean, the facts are there. Whoever's paying you the most money gets your time. Why the heck would you sit around with a brokey when you could be at Mastro's having steak every night? I mean, come on. You can be in Corvettes. You guys can be in penthouses. You guys can be in bungalows over the seas. Come on now, be with the man that pays. Why be with the lame and stay? Like, it doesn't make sense. These women are onto something, you guys. It's working. And here we are at number 4. If you and your ex break up, what do you mean you want your things back? They're at the donation center, silly. What the heck? I mean, come on now. What? Why would I be a model citizen and give you your things back? Why would I not be a BITCH? Come on now. It doesn't make sense. Like, obviously, I'm going to put your things in the donation center. Like, it is if you did not know that when we break up, your things are going to the donation center, you're just dumb. I mean, because clearly that is the logical thing to do. Like, what? Number 5, I think this one might also be a favorite of mine. So, don't forget to cheat this weekend because he's not going to marry you anyway. I love how they take accountability. That's like, this is crazy. Like, the accountability is so true. If that, you just know you're not getting married to these people. So you're going to keep wasting your time in the relationship. You're not going to try to change anything to make things better in the relationship. You are, in fact, just going to go out and get dicked down. Okay? That is how you move in a relationship. Anything less than cheating is fucking insane, because he's not going to marry. It doesn't matter if he's not cheating, girl. Like, it is common sense that you cheat simply because you're not going to marry him. Or better yet, because he's not going to marry you. You probably want to marry him, but he's not going to marry you. So that's why you should cheat and just run up as many bodies as possible. I mean, the logic of the post this week is freaking fire. My mind is like damn near fried from all the knowledge that I've learned. Okay, but ladies, like, comment below if you were able to accomplish any of these. We are on a mission. Let's do it. Okay, ladies, I've listened and I've taken your notes. Top 5 things on how not to be a pick-me on TikTok and in real life. Let's go and see what I've learned this week. Number 1, if a guy asks me on a coffee date, I say, no way, Jose, that's for bums. And then I come on TikTok and tell you guys how I dissed that young man for his efforts. Yes? Number 2, if a man approaches me, I say, hey, stranger, that's stranger danger. I'd rather be locked in a room with a bear than to be approached on the sidewalk by an aggressive man, especially a heterosexual one. The heck? Number 3, if I leave the man, I leave the kids too. Yes, I abandon all of them and move away to start a new life. Yeah, I like that. Number 4, let's see, what else did they say? Oh yeah, I need to do something different with my hair, and I need to start wearing makeup again because I'm a pick-me because I don't wear lace fronts. Yes, I guess. No, anyways, sorry, my mom was calling. So back to number 5. Number 5, I am a nurse and I'm a 6-figure bitch. So therefore, all of you men are beneath me and shall do what I say.
Why is this black lady on the internet talking about how she not gonna let her son date a black girl? I got the video. We gonna watch it together.
I'm sorry, but my son will not be dating a black girl. He will not. Because yesterday we went to Six Flags, and when I tell you the pure level of disgust that I saw in these black girls that you independent queens are raising is purely.
One thing I want to make a note of is that I really feel as if that she has very low racial self-esteem, because the way she's speaking and referring to other black women is kind of crazy, considering the fact that you are a black woman, as if that you are excluded from this whole ordeal. But her video sparked a lot of controversy on the internet, with a lot of other races of people going to make videos about why they would not want their child dating a black person, whether it was a girl or a boy. But the thing about it is, you can't control who your child wants to be with. Regardless of whether you don't want them to be with a black woman or not, he could decide he wants to be with a black woman, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I hate that that's the ignorant ideals that you believe in your heart and that you're instilling in your children, especially as a black woman. A black woman should love other black women, and they should love themselves, and they should teach their children to love themselves, regardless of race, color, creed, origin, anything. But comment below, do you feel like this mom was wrong for saying that she doesn't want her son to be with a black woman?
Black lady got on here and said she don't want her black son to ever date black women. My whole thing that's just really blowing me is the fact that you think you have any say in who your son is going to bring home or date. That be the problem, and this is what we be saying when we say boy moms, even though I don't like to generalize all boy moms, but the boy moms we be talking about, this is what we be talking about. This is exactly the recipe for you to be jealous of any girl he brings home, for you to be mean mugging, for you to be mad, for you to always start problems with his girlfriends. Like, it's already starting, and her son is in elementary school. Her excuse was because we're loud, we ghetto, the way we talk. My whole thing is, why are you generalizing all black women like you're not a black woman yourself? And then this racist white girl found her way to say how she doesn't want her son, her white son, black women either, because of the video she made. And this is what we be talking about when we say the way that we tear our own people down is the reason why these other races have no problem being racist, have no problem tearing us down, have no problem with talking ish about what we be doing and what be going on in our community. We talk shit about our own people. And honestly, extremely embarrassing. Like, y'all don't be feeling embarrassed when y'all get up on here and y'all bash your own kind. She made a follow-up apology video saying, oh, my bad, I didn't realize how many people excuse the behaviors of black girls.
Okay, y'all, so I finally seen this video that I've been like watching people talk about, and I have something to say. There's a lot of people in the comments that's saying, oh, this is what self-hate looks like. This is what self-hate looks like. No. This is what it looks like when you're not raised around ghetto black people. this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Or if you were raised around ghetto black people and you try to not raise your family there because you're sick of the way black people act. That's what that is. Everyone always swears, oh, she hates herself. No, some people get fed up with their own community. Like, that happens. I'm not saying she's right for generalizing all black women or all black girls. I'm not saying she's right for that. But this is the woman that's fed up with how the black community acts. That's why she's making this video. And there's a lot of people out there like that, but they never get to say what they want to say, because the first time someone speaks out that's black against the black community get mad. Like, who else y'all want to speak out? Who else y'all want to say something? Wouldn't y'all want it from our own people? Because if anybody else says it, then they're racist or they're prejudiced or something like that. So I'd be confused. But I understand what she's saying, and there's a lot of people on here that say certain things the way black people act irritates them. Or black people don't know how to act. That's why a lot of people don't go to Carnival, because black people be on there turning up, acting ghetto, fighting. Don't nobody want to be around that all the time. Some, like, y'all are really fun. Black people are really fun to be around, but some of y'all just don't know how to act. Some of y'all don't have no home training at all. And instead of y'all understanding that and accepting it as like, oh, maybe sometimes we do too much, y'all get defensive and y'all get upset. Like, sometimes y'all just continue to prove these people right. Like, I understand it's a generational curse type of thing, but in the same breath, it comes a point when we need to, like, fix ourselves and figure our own stuff out, because we can really do some big things if a lot of us just, like, stop being the ones that Harriet Tubman would have left behind. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I'm going to ruffle a couple feathers when I say this, but I'm no longer interested in dating black men. Like, I love my black kings. I love y'all so bad, but the quality of love that I'm looking for, y'all just don't give. And I'm sorry, but I'm just on to the next. Like, I've dated outside my race before, and every time I dated outside my race, they treat me like a motherfucking queen, bitch. They kiss the motherfucking ground I walk on, and that's the type of energy I need. From, like, baby, I'm sorry, I just can't go back to struggle love, and I refuse to. So, I've been telling my friends about this too. But my type is really like, I want to find me a Habibi King. Like, I want me a Muslim man. I'm sorry to say, but shit, I even convert for you, baby. But I'm so serious. Like, I won't be a Habibi King. Really, this what I'm gonna say. He could be a Habibi King. Shit, Mexican. Love me a Mexican. They treat you like a motherfucking queen. I like Jewish men too, but not too much. And any Muslim, any of the Muslims, like, love. So yeah, I feel like I want to take y'all on my journey, because baby, the roster been rostering lately, and it's just so funny. Like, it's just hilarious. But yeah, dating is crazy nowadays.
Where do you think you're going?
I was just...
No, you're not. You're going to the Krusty Krab.
Me personally, I would never want my daughter to date a black man, simply because they're always trying to humble a black woman, trying to embarrass them, trying to just find the worst, just the worst. Like, and they want them to struggle. They want them the worst. They feel like they don't deserve anything, not even communication. Like, they just get with black girls to compete with them, humble them, and try to embarrass them. You know, they not really, no, I would not want my daughter with a black man, point blank, period. Point blank, period. I would not want my daughter with a black man at all. At all. They don't go get the help they need mentally or physically. And some of them, when they talk, is like, wait. You could be like, how you doing? I don't want my daughter to go through that. Especially if she's a nice girl and talking very calmly. And I don't never want that life for my daughter. So my daughter cannot bring home no black man. Find it hard to love a black woman. They have all the excuses in the world. All of a sudden, they don't know how to love them. They, you know, no. You can't even bring them at the door. Oh, and they talking about build. But you don't never hear no black man building a woman. It's always a black woman got to build them. But you don't never see them unless they a pimp. But, and the real good ones, you don't see them building no black woman. You don't see them help. None of that. It's just build them.
I want my daughter to date a black man due to the fact that they have this weird obsession with humbling black women instead of putting them in positions to be humble. And then due to the fact that a significant amount of them just genuinely don't like black women, and I don't understand why they don't accept that. And then in addition to all of that to deal with, I understand and I recognize and I'm able to acknowledge the fact that when black women date outside of their race, they're typically treated way better. From my experience and from what I've saw in life, they typically don't have problems with other women. They're typically well taken care of. They're typically well provided for. And that is the life that I want for my daughter if I was to ever have one. But that's just me.
I wake up, brush my teeth, wash my ass, check my phone, and I'm on whatever y'all on. And y'all always on bullshit. So I'm always on bullshit.
Let's watch the video of the girl who said she wouldn't let her son date a black woman. I don't know if y'all know, but a couple months ago I went viral because I said I wouldn't let my daughter date a black man. But of course I would let my daughter date a black man. The point of the video was to highlight that I feel the way that black men treat black women is not acceptable and okay. And though I'm not sure if she had those same intentions, because I don't know her, but at some point we gotta acknowledge that the way black women treat black men is not okay either. Black men are tired of being judged by how much money they have, how masculine they are, and trying to fit it to your idea of black love. That's why we're starting to see more and more black men date outside the race. Not saying what she said was okay. Again, I don't know her intentions, but I'm assuming the main point of the video was she was trying to highlight the way that black women treat black men is not okay. Not to put my own little seasoning on it. Of course, the way that black men treat black women isn't okay either, but the way black women treat black men isn't acceptable. The black community as a whole just needs to accept that we have a culture issue and we have things that we need to work on. And I made a video on this too, but we're just not groomed to be compatible with each other, if that makes sense.